Title this video something that is more searchable. We'll see how it goes. It's kind of appropriate for me at this moment. How to fix your life when you hit rock bottom. I've been pretty much waning at rock bottom for several years now. My perception of rock bottom, trying to first of all, I was almost going to tell everything right now, but I'm not going to tell everything because it's going to be too long a video. Um, Trying to get my life back on track, trying to get my taxes done, keeping myself in shape, improving my shape, trying to get my finances back in order, trying to keep my plate. Have you noticed it's a little bit cleaner? Slowly but surely, this cupboard up here and the one behind the island, this shouldn't be here, but I keep it because it makes me feel good. But it should be under the cupboard in the bathroom. Um, Basically, little by little, as you see here, the way my place is getting more organized. I won't show you the floor here in front or the floor back because it's still gross. But you have to do one step at a time. You have to kind of see what's the priority, and that's the thing you have to kind of push on. I mentioned in the previous video, which didn't get a lot of views, but I'm going to mention it again. I called my former accountant. Now, of course, she was mean. She was, you know, well, I'm charging more now. I'm charging this. Oh, you need to do this. Oh, you need. Okay, let's just get 2017 done. So I have my former taxes up until 2016. Two of the years were not done by her. So we'll see if that has been done properly. That the guy who did the 2015, 2016, and I think 2014 maybe, was the guy in incorporated when I bought the gym business and the other businesses, and then of course it's like how do you say that when you are serving on both sides, like the enemy and the whatever, your conflict of interest. And so fuck that. So I had to bite the bullet and go to someone I usually don't go back to people, and I don't have any other choice. I had one other choice, one other offer, but I decided to go with someone who already knew me and bite the bullet because I don't have any choice. So I have to do that. I got the past taxes. The next thing to do is to look on the Excel sheet, the numbers that I did, and just verify that one more time, and then um, go bring it into her, and then see what happens, and then see if she'll help me with the next year, and then the next year, and then the next year. I've been stalled for since 2017, 2018 when I had to drop the businesses. 2019 actually. So I have to do one step at a time. Now the thing, it only I lost sight of what was actually stalling me was that I couldn't find an accountant. When I had a potential social worker, hello, when I had a potential social worker that was referred by the psychologist I was seeing, she had an accountant and then he wouldn't take on my thing because it sounded too complicated. I tend to say things too complicated, so I had to kind of simple it down. And then when I spoke to this my former accountant, she's like, "Well, your father died. We have this. Do you have this paper? Do you have this paper? Do you have this paper?" So she was making it complicated. So that's probably good. She's more experienced. I don't know, but I had to bite that bullet. Now, I'm not going to be doing the Excel sheet today or looking at it. I already have most of it done. I just have to re-verify it because it's out of my mind now, just to make sure that there aren't any loose things. But I can't do it now because this is a priority too. Because I want to move forward on YouTube, and it's stalled again. It's stalled because what brings my numbers up is, you know, trending topics in the sphere, a little bit dramatic. Um, but then to make videos, regular ones like this, we'll see how this one goes. I think it's also a question of what people are looking for also. So it's a lot of things going on in my mind. I'm just randomly talking right now, you know. The first step I needed to do for me was to call that accountant and get an accountant, at least someone who said, okay, send me 2017. That's my foot in the door. So it leaves me some hope that I can at least start to chip away at the biggest problem in my life at the moment. And no one else was able to help me. That's the fucking problem about it. Psychologist didn't take it seriously. The social worker didn't take it seriously. Here where I'm at, she's, I needed someone to. I was doing well initially. I have all my bills and all that, and I had them in binders. And then I was trying to do my Excel sheets because I have to do all my calculations myself. Um, and then she came up on me with, well, there's only a few more sessions left. I can only give you 12 sessions because it's government subsidized, right? I'm like, what the fuck do I need you for then? You know, I just needed someone to support, you know what I mean? And the tough decision, and it always comes down to that, is no one's going to support you. No one's going to cheer you on. No one's going to take you by the hand and do what you need to do. And I could try to avoid it as much as I can. I have my Bujo, with this one's almost finished. I have a second one already ready to start. It is on my bed because I sleep with my bullet journal. Now I sleep with two. This will be just good to when I finish my orderly school. This is a thing I like about my orderly school. My major problem after being at the internship, which is finishing next week, I do have to make up 2 days. We'll see what happens. And they still haven't sent me a schedule for my 45 days of official working on probation. I'm not running after them for that, you know? But my biggest problem is organization. You see someone that you, and it's about doing everything on time also. They're really crunched for time. You have to, let's say we have about either 5 or 7 patients or beneficiaries or whatever you want to call them, or residents, depending on how many orderlies are working on that floor. And so if there's only 4, that means we have about 7 people we have to take care of. If we're 5, then we have about 5 people to take care of, more or less. And it varies depending on who becomes priority, but sometimes it's the same person. You have to get everyone up. You have to do bathe someone. I mean, bathing, like a partial bathing, like depending on the person, like at their sink in their room, or sometimes in bed, depending on how mobile they are. And you have to do it quickly. Find their clothes, bring in 4 washcloths, one towel. Make sure you have enough gloves and then gloves to change, because you don't wear the same gloves all the time. because you have to, if you're touching them and you're touching bodily fluids, then you have them on your hands, and then you're going to touch them to put their clothes on. It doesn't work. So you have to be able to take them off, put on another pair. And you have to know these steps ahead of time, and you have to look at their pictograms, their chart behind their door, and some of them don't have them because they rip them off themselves, so they're kept somewhere else. It's like, okay, I have to remember what diaper that they wear or undergarment. It's either a large or a medium. So I have to know all that and do all that quickly, and then know the steps, organize the place, talk to them at the same time, organizing all the things on their little table, put the water with the soap, the deodorant. Like, all it sounds pretty straightforward, right? When I'm watching, it's pretty straightforward. Now, as you probably figured out, I can't do that for myself. I'll do whatever, and then if I need to go get clothes, I'll get clothes. Now I started to change things. Like, even in the morning, I'll have, even before going to bed, like I'll wash, I'll have my underwear on that I'm wearing tomorrow, and the socks I'm going to be wearing tomorrow. Then when I get up, it's less things to do. Um, and even when I'm in the bathroom, I make sure I'm changing everything, doing everything from here to here, and then the bottom up until genital area. And then if I need to go to the bathroom, because then I'll just go, even with the clothes not on, and I'll wash myself in that area, make sure it's spick nice and clean, and wash my hands, of course. I don't wear gloves for myself. And then put my clothes on. Whereas when I used to wake up, I would spend an hour in the toilet scrolling, you know what I mean? Until things come out. Now it's like, okay, if I can't, it doesn't come out when I first get up, do other things until it's ready. So, like, it's helping me personally to get the most out of my time, to be most efficient with my organization. I thought I was organized in certain things, but certain things I am not. And it's helping me. Um, so that's what I like about that. So get my organization better. Even today, um, I went to the gym. I went to Walmart to get some more lotion, stock up on lotion, because it really helps me. And I also bought some bleach. I haven't cleaned my toilet and my sink in so long. Like, I have a list of things I need to do. Now is a time crunch because the priority is getting to bed by 8 and starting everything by 6. It's 5:30 now. I did some of my month's expenses. I have my bills here and stuff. I wrote them in my Bujo. I went through my bank account to see things that weren't in bills. Some things were cash. Some things I have to put in another Excel sheet. I haven't done the Excel sheet yet. I just do one part at a time. That's fine as long as I complete that. And then the second thing I'm able to do is this video and not be rushed with it. I did want to do my taxes, like I said, which is to go over the 2017, what I already put in an Excel sheet. But to start now, I won't have time. Will I have time tomorrow morning? I'm up at 4 and I'm out. I have to be out by 5, before 5:45. So probably not. I have to do some more. I did do some reading for the orderly course. Like, there's an online portal we have to kind of do. I did a one section this morning. I can't do another section. If I start any of these things, I'm gonna lose sleep, and you know what I mean. It's getting those concepts in my head. I can't do 60 million things in one time. So this is priority because I want to keep this going. Sure, my tax is a priority, but um, I know I have Monday and Tuesday off. I might be able to squeeze some time tomorrow after work, depending on what bus I take home. If I get home by 5, if there's a rush hour, even though it's Saturday, then forget about it. I know I have to get some groceries too. So we'll see how that goes. Um, so it's really looking into how my day is structured, how I can structure it even better, how I can organize it properly, what is priority, what is a priority, um, and what are the plan Bs and plan Cs. It's always like that. I've had that concept in my head for a while, but it's even better, especially with um, the things that take up too much time. Walking back and forth, finding my clothes, packing my bag, all that stuff, packing my meals, making my meals. Um, they are priorities, so I can't multitask pretty much. You cannot multitask, but divide things into small, doable parts. And people have said this many times. Pick something that moves the needle forward. It's very hard for me to figure out what moves the needle forward. There's several things. I can't neglect my well being, the simple things, brushing my teeth, using sunscreen, minoxidil on my hair. Those are priorities for me too, but they're daily. So incorporating that, so then if I'm doing all that, I can't sit down and do my taxes early in the morning. So I have to accept that, and then find options where I could put it. So the big needle mover for me was calling the accountant. Um, Doing this orderly course, although people are very, it's a toxic environment, but as a learning process for me, it's helping me be more organized and really focusing. Otherwise, I'd have to get up at 2, like I've been doing previously, to get to leave by 5:45. Now I get up at 4. Make sure I have 8 hours sleep. I don't lollygag. Sunday might be a little bit harder, but I really have to force it. And then knowing that Monday I'll have off, but I still get to bed by 8. I still keep that. And sometimes I'm in bed and I'm not sleeping, and it doesn't matter. As long as I know people say that you need to, if you're not tired, don't go to bed. Well, I'm on caffeine from the workouts because that's a priority for me too. When I'm doing my workouts, I make sure I do a lot more. So I have to push myself using the caffeine. Um, so structuring my day a lot, my weeks, my days a lot differently to provide for this change in my life and to be better at it. You know, now changing the way this cupboard up here, I have that white container that I use to wash dishes. But sometimes I've noticed myself now, just the past couple of days, just when I use a dish, I'll just put some water in it and it's not dial, Dawn, and then rinse it out, wipe it off after. I don't know. I've been keeping upkeeping with the doing the dishes. Hello. It's been a while now, at least a month, consistently, no days off. It just kind of got in there. So yeah, yeah. I did have a video I wanted to do about Sam Vaknin, if he really does have a PhD. He made a community post about that. I might not do the video. I don't think it would be that newsworthy. You know what I mean? So that's all I have to say. It didn't sound very teachable, but it's kind of, it's still, this video is still about how I'm doing it, and if it helps anyone, it helps me to talk about it. Some people like to hear about it. I occasionally get a kind phrase about that. Um, and we'll see if this title is searchable. I'll start to look for more searchable titles and work on that.